We're grazing corn during the winter that's fallen on the ground, and we're allocating it out in the field to give them about 10 to 20 pounds per head per day. We're doing that with polywire electric fence and O'Brien original step-in plastic posts. Okay, they're about $5 a pop. A couple of different places on the internet you can order them through. These are the O'Brien originals. Have worked well for me for getting them in the ground during the winter. You don't have to get them in more than an inch or so for them to hold in that frozen ground. You can see one here that I just put in. I just drive along in the pickup and reach out the window and I tap them in with a little hammer. I don't pound them in because you can break them if you pound them, but tapping works pretty good. So I'll just stick the post out the window, and I'll hook the polywire with this nice big tang on the bottom, and I'll pull it up out of the corn stalks, make sure it's free while we're going, and I'll count to about 12. I don't know, figure it out, so you're about, I don't know, 70 feet apart, something like that. When I get up here, I just stop, and then the ground's froze pretty hard. I'll hook the string in the loop in the clip on the post. You can see this one's got one broke off. They do break once in a while, but there's enough other options on here. You can usually pick one that works pretty well. And I'll look for a corn stalk, and I'll put this post in right beside the corn stalk, kind of going down with the root. Seems to be a little easier to pound in now. So then it's on to the next one. I unwind the string with the pickup too. The heater works pretty good. Turn the heater up. I hold the door open with my foot, and I just hold the spool in my left hand, and I drive along. Take my time. Works pretty good. I want to make this easy for you, so you're willing to keep doing it. Make it easy on yourself. So we tapped the post in the ground with a hammer. And you can see we went right beside a corn stalk there. We're in by the rut, and that went in a couple of inches there. So what I do on that'll be frozen now, just one day later. So I'll kick that tang on the bottom. Can't see it real good, but I'll do that to rotate that post back and forth a couple of times. And then you can usually just grab about halfway down, twist and pull, and they come right out. When I'm moving a fence every day when it's cold, I'll use a newer post. The newer post, the spike on the bottom is in better shape. There's less corrosion. It's more slippery. It comes out of the ground better. These cows getting about 3.5 acres a day. We're shooting for probably about 15 pounds per pair per day out here. I usually shoot for between 10 and 20 pounds per pair per day. 20 if I want to put a little weight on them. Depends on what's going on. But you can see they clean it up pretty good. Here's the ear that they kind of worked over while laid on the ground. You'll see some of that. You'll lose a few kernels. And then the next one you'll see they'll chew it up and swallow the whole thing.